Chapter 17. The chapter about anger. One who has nothing has no suffering either. Venerable Anuruddha had a sister named Rohini, but when he returned to his family, she didn't come and serve him as she had a skin disease. The elder advised her to build a residence for the monks, and after she did that, her skin eruption subsided. The Buddha explained the past misdeed which caused her illness, and then spoke this verse. 221. One should abandon all anger. One should abandon all conceit. One should overcome every fetter without clinging to mind and form. Sufferings never do befall the one having no possessions. One should reign in anger. Against the pleas of a tree spirit, a monk cut down a tree, thereby injuring her child at the same time. The tree spirit at first thought to kill him, but restrained her anger and reported the matter to the Buddha instead, who spoke this verse and gave her a new tree to live in, and laid down a rule that monks should not injure trees and plants. 222. Whoever should hold back anger, just like a swerving chariot, that one is a charioteer. Other people just rein holders. Overcoming defilements with their opposites. Uttara hired a courtesan to look after her husband's needs, while she served the Buddha and his monks. The courtesan fell into a jealous rage and tried to burn Uttara with boiling ghee, but the power of her loving kindness prevented it from burning. The Buddha praised her actions with this verse. 223. Through kindness one should overcome anger. Through goodness overcome lack of goodness. Through gifts one should overcome stinginess. Through truth one should overcome lying speech. The way to the gods. Venerable Moggallana one day visited heaven and, seeing celestial spirits in the mansions, asked them how they got there. One replied she had spoken the truth. Another had restrained her anger, and others had given but trifling gifts. The Buddha then spoke this verse in explanation. 224. One should speak out the truth. One should not get angry. When requested, then give, if only a little. Through these three conditions, one can go to the gods. Sages go to Nibbana. A Brahmin and his wife at Sakheta always addressed the Buddha as their son. The monks asked the Buddha why, and he explained that they were his parents in 1500 previous existences. At the end of one rain's retreat, the couple attained Nibbana together, and the Buddha spoke this verse. 225. Those sages without violence, constantly restrained in body, go to the deathless Nibbana. Having gone there, they do not grieve. The wakeful overcome the pollutants. Bunna was a slave girl who was given work that lasted into the night, at which time she saw the monks being guided to their quarters by Venerable Dhammapada. When she met the Buddha the next day and offered him a cake, he explained with this verse why the monks were awake. 226. For those who are always wakeful, who train both by day and by night, who are intent on Nibbana, the pollutants are laid to rest. Those who are blamed. The lay disciple Atula went with his entourage to see Venerable Revata, who did not speak, Venerable Sariputta, who spoke at length, and Venerable Ānanda, who who spoke moderately. But he was upset with them all. Finally, he went to the Buddha, who explained the matter thus. 227. This is something of old, Atula. This is not something of today. They blame the one who sits silent. They blame the one who talks a lot, and one who talks moderately. There is no one who is not blamed. 228. There was not, and there will not be, and at present there is not found, someone totally blameworthy or one totally praiseworthy. 229. The one who, being examined day by day, is praised by the wise, faultless in conduct, sagacious, attending to virtue and wisdom. 230. One who is like a golden coin, who is there worthy to blame him? That one is praised by the gods and has been praised by the Brahmas too. One should be restrained. The group of 6 monks, whose unrestrained behavior was the occasion for the Buddha laying down many of the Vinaya rules, put on clogs and cluttered around on a rock. The Buddha advised them with these verses. 231. One should guard one's bodily anger. One should be restrained bodily. Abandoning wrong bodily conduct, one should have good bodily conduct. 232. One should guard one's verbal anger. One should be restrained verbally. Abandoning wrong verbal conduct, one should have good verbal conduct. 233. One should guard one's mental anger. One should be restrained mentally. Abandoning wrong mental conduct, one should have good mental conduct. 234. The wise are restrained bodily. The wise are restrained verbally. The wise are restrained mentally. The wise are indeed well restrained.